Ready to go?
Yeah.
Hi guys, so you've got me today. Leo's behind the camera. Today we're making a super fun and easy recipe. We're doing sticky barbecue cricket tacos. We've already prepped all of the veg, so we've got a bit of lettuce here, a bit of red onion, a bit of tomato, all the good stuff that you might want in a taco. And then all we've got to do now is the really quick and simple bit, which is cook the crickets. So we have our crickets here. Interesting fact, actually, our crickets get rolled during the processing, so you lose all of those tiny little bits of legs that might make some of you a little bit squeamish. So we've got a nice little nut-like cricket right here. You can see it on the can.
Nice.
Sweet. All we have to do with these is add a bit of olive oil, which I'm going to do now. Then we're going to coat them in some spices. We're going to give them a mix. And then, let me add this in. Get some spices.
What spices have we got here?
We've got some paprika, Spanish paprika. We've got some cumin. We've got some salt, a little bit of garlic powder, and some pepper. And all we want to do is mix in that oil, make sure it's coating the crickets, and make sure all of those spices are bound to the outside of the crickets. What this is going to do when you're frying them is just ensure that they're coated with a bunch of flavour. And once we've done that, we're just going to add some of that sticky barbecue sauce. That's going to act as a perfect glaze on the outside of the crickets. It's going to give you that really moist but crunchy bite inside the taco, and that's exactly what you want. Let's have a look at that.
How many grams of crickets is that?
Oh yeah, we've actually got quite a lot of crickets right here today. So we're looking to feed about 3 people, and usually we would give about 15 grams per person. So we've got about 45 grams here. So for some of you that maybe looks like a little too much, but for us, this is perfect. Okay, that's looking pretty well next to me. Let's get this pan on. Get a bit of our oil out, just a little bit, not too much. And this is a very hot pan, so I'm going to be very careful with how much flame I give it. Alright. Okay, there we go. I'm not going to let it get too hot, because what you really don't want to do is have your pan way too hot, because what's going to happen is your cricket's going to burn within less than a minute probably. They're very, very light and very, very dry. So if you put them on too high of a heat, they're just going to burn and become bitter. What you want to do is just lightly toast those spices to release some of that flavour and really bind it to the outside of the cricket. So that's what we're going to hopefully do now. Just make sure this oil is heated up. What I'm actually going to do is that little tiny trick, and I'm going to add 1 little cricket to our oil. And wait for that to start bubbling. Once that starts bubbling, we're going to know, okay, the oil is going to be hot enough. Let me just turn it down a little bit. I know I'm just trying to get it up to heat, but it shouldn't be too long. This is a super, super, super quick recipe. So once we've done this, we're literally good to go. It's probably going to take us a couple of minutes. And then we'll just be able to construct our taco as you would like. This is the perfect kind of recipe to use at parties, because obviously you can lay a platter of all the different kinds of toppings and condiments that people might want, and they can choose how much bugs that they want in their taco. They can load it up with a bunch of other stuff. It's super fun, super easy way to get people sharing and experimenting with insects. So it's something Leo and I are super, super excited about. And if this is something that you guys would like to see in a kit, let us know in the comments, or send us an email, because yeah, we're super excited about this recipe. Or if you liked any of the other previous ones, also let us know about which ones were your favourite. But it looks like our oil is getting a little hot now. Okay, I'm gonna start adding them in. I don't want it too hot, but here we go. Okay, just make sure that all of them come in. I've got some of the spice mix at the bottom there. Let me just get a spatula. Sorry, I'm reaching over here, Leo. Okay, let me just turn down that heat again. You can see a little bit of this smoke from the oil. Okay, now all we're looking to do, as I said, is let me just turn that down again. Is lightly toast the outside of the crickets. All we want is for those spices to bind to the outside, and it's really going to pack those crickets with a bunch of flavour. You can literally do this with any spice mix that you want. Obviously we've gone with a more Tex-Mex style barbecue spice, but you could use it in any other kind of dish as well. It works really well with Asian style dishes, which is something you saw in the stir fry. kit, but this one works really well. Okay, so that's looking pretty dry to me. I'm gonna add a bunch of this barbecue sauce. Look at that, that's super, super thick. Okay, that's gonna add a super, super sticky glaze to the outside of the crickets. And it's gonna keep them nice and moist. Again, we don't wanna cook this for too long. The crickets will be basically ready to cook within a minute. All they need is a light cook through. All you're doing really at the moment is ensuring that that barbecue sauce nicely coats the outside and heating the whole thing through. Okay, that's looking pretty sticky to me. I reckon this is good. I'm gonna move that spoon out of there. Add a little bit more of the sauce. Let's get that in now. Okay, these are looking good to me. The smell is absolutely fantastic.
It smells super good.
It's a nice sweet and smoky barbecue.
Getting hungry.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna actually decant these into a pan. One of the things that I've learned recently, never leave your crickets in a pan, because what's gonna happen is they don't take very long to burn, and if your pan is a cast iron one like this, or a thick metal pan, it's gonna retain a lot of that heat, and it's gonna end up drying out your crickets even further. So you wanna decant them into something else so they don't burn even further. Not even further, you know what I mean. Okay, so now the fun part. We've got these nice little tortillas right here. We've got a nice little small one. The traditional way to eat crickets is to often layer your avocado on the bottom here. Oh, sorry, that's hard to get off. As a nice little foundational base. And what this does is this guacamole adds a really, really nice. So I'm gonna have to get a spoon. I'll get a fork. Really, really nice citrus contrast to the smoky barbecue of the crickets. Now look at that. So you've got a nice contrasting colour too, but it gives an awesome texture profile as well, because obviously you've got very, very smooth guacamole underneath, and then the nice soft crunch of the crickets on top. Now I'm going to add a little bit of lettuce on mine. It isn't necessarily traditional. You've got some nice shots of that.
Yep.
Awesome. I'll bring it over into the light in a second. Just give me 1 second. I'm just going to add some lettuce on that. Add some red onion. Come in.
Can we move down a bit?
Ooh. Come down here. Sure.
Yeah.
Add a bit of chili. Leon, mine's favourite. Not too much, because I'll be unable to speak for a bit. And a little bit of, you know what, coriander, the classic.
Love the coriander.
Perfect. Okay.
Oh god, these look so good right next to me.
Yeah.
Look at them, sticky.
It's perfect. Okay.
Delicious.
Have a look at these. Okay, here we go. I'm ready to go in. Let me just come into the light here.
Yep.
Oh. There we go, loaded up. Let me just move some.
Let me get this side.
There we go. Got a bit of
Trying
chili
to find
there.
a little cricket.
Oh, they're down the bottom there. You see that?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go in for a bite. The citrus from the guacamole really cuts through the smokiness of the crickets. It's perfect. That's such a tasty bite. Anyone at a dinner party is going to be grateful to be there if they taste this. On that alone. It doesn't matter about the company, no, just this.
So quick and easy.
Yep. Such an easy thing to do. Super, super tasty. It's something that people understand. People have eaten tacos before, they've eaten fajitas before. Super easy to do. As I said before, perfect party recipe. Yeah, if you like it, let us know. Send us an email. Yeah. See you guys later.